Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and yes, of course, I always say we're down at the Peppermill Lounge, which is amazing, but another amazing thing. We're sitting in actually the Elvis Presley booth. This is when Elvis Presley used to come down here to the Peppermill. He would come in the back door, and he would come through here, and this is where he would sit all the time. So we're quite honoured by sitting here, aren't we?
I feel privileged.
Isn't it? And of course, this is Charlie, and this is Alaska. I say she's kind of, you know, Alaska. That's great. That's wonderful. How did you get a name called Alaska?
Because I'm from Alaska.
Oh, you are from Alaska.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. So what do you do there in your spare time? Or what did you do there?
What did I do?
Yeah, because obviously you don't live there now.
Yes, I stayed outdoors all the time.
Yeah,
very
healthy.
Yeah,
I've been to Alaska.
Very green, very beautiful.
In fact, I took
air.
a helicopter and went all the way up into the pads where you see all the glaciers and all the...
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
if you got to experience that, that's beautiful.
It was beautiful because you don't realise that it's all blue. It's this incredible turquoise blue that sort of floats around.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
It's mesmerizing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
As you very well know, I never interview any of my guests, so I have no idea what Alaska does. Or Charlie does. Charlie, what do you do?
I am a digital marketer.
Digital marketer, I
am
like
indeed.
that.
Yeah, and what that means is I coach people to market businesses online. So myself and both Alaska, we are the co-directors of a digital marketing training academy.
Okay, and do you own this academy?
We do indeed.
You own, so,
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Now, what made you? I love the younger generation in that market because they know it so well. You were probably brought up, you know, with a computer, right?
Well, I was born in '81, so the computer's around that time.
Yes, I was going to say. So you came in from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
And you probably
81.
81 as well. So
Yeah.
81. So you could put all the times together, whatever you want. Well, it made you go into that business because to me that's the best business as far as I'm concerned to be in right now because it seems to be going up the ladder.
Absolutely.
It is.
Well, anything digital now is the future.
Yes.
However, I wasn't intending on getting into digital. I was actually a furniture designer.
Oh, how lovely. Do you know Christopher Guy?
I do indeed, yeah.
So do I.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's a good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Now, Christopher Guy, if anybody doesn't know, Christopher Guy has a furnishing company out there, but he has it in the Far East.
Right, okay.
And then he also has a big showroom here. Have you been to his showroom here?
I've not been to his showroom.
While you're here, go to his showroom.
Okay.
Oh, and incredible. But he's a fabulous guy.
Yeah.
So what took you out of that?
Well, I was actually doing something called design refactoring, where I was taking classic designs from the 50s and 60s and making these weird and wonderful variations of them. And I was working with a gentleman called Dudley Edwards, who was a fine artist in the 60s.
Yes.
He did a lot of work for the Beatles. He worked with Lennon. Most famously, he painted Paul McCartney's piano that he still tours with.
What colour did he paint it?
Lots of colours.
Lots of different colours, the rainbow.
Yeah. And what happened was the government changed the copyright laws in the UK quite recently, in fact.
Oh, really?
And
Typical English.
Exactly, and we could no longer reproduce this kind of furniture.
Oh.
So it actually put me out of business.
So you thought you'd have none of that?
Yeah, I did mope around for a couple of weeks, feeling sorry for myself, but
2 weeks, that's all.
me being me, I picked myself back up, and a friend of mine said, why don't you get into digital marketing? I think you'd be really good at it because you're good at speaking, you're a go-getter.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I didn't really have many other options at that time because I was, facing bankruptcy, to be quite honest. So I got into it and I found that I just took to it instantly.
And that's because you obviously had a lot of knowledge about it with the social media. I mean, it's just gone sky everywhere.
Absolutely,
and then you have these small technology companies that come in, and then you get the big companies buying them up. Because they might not use the company, but they don't want that company out there, so they buy them all up. So, and how did you get into it?
Charlie.
Charlie
introduced me to it.
But also, you had the knowledge as well.
I do have the knowledge, but I wasn't quite aware of how detailed the knowledge can get and how far it can get me. So I became educated through Charlie and his teaching methods.
And why did you choose Alaska to do that? Because I know she's pretty and gorgeous, but take that aside, you're English. And the English people, when they want something, they know what they want.
Absolutely. So I first of all, I was sizing Alaska up with a kill because I was prospecting her online for recruitment.
This is becoming interesting, especially in Vegas.
for want of a better term, that's what I was doing at the time. And I saw that she was a model, actress. She had a very big following. She had 20,000 to 30,000 people following her.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And she's worked for a lot of celebrities here in Vegas and elsewhere. So I was curious to find out actually how much money she was making from all of this celebrity affiliation. We got into
Can I afford her?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this way above my means at the moment?
So it turns out that she hadn't quite connected the dots in terms of being able to monetize her own personal image.
And that's very hard to do in Vegas. So
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. That is
Yeah.
the
Yes.
hardest thing to do in Vegas is to
Yeah.
get money out of anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
understand that. So you came along just in time, right?
Yeah.
You did it greatly in time because
Yes.
I had just taken on a gig for a month, and they decided not to pay me. And you know,
And they do that.
Yeah, and
So
you
I
know,
always
in
tell
this
everybody
industry they
out
do.
there, if you're going to get paid, if everybody promises to pay you for a gig, get half up front before you ever do anything.
Please do.
Get half up front.
Yeah,
At least that will take care of
almost
something.
left homeless until I met him. He changed the state of everything in
You see,
24
it takes
hours.
an Englishman. By the way, Charlie's from Leeds and I'm from Torquay, if any of you are confused where we come from. But I'm from the Torquay, which is a
Very
seaside
amazing people.
Absolutely.
And Leeds is a gorgeous place too. That's
It
kind
is
of in the
indeed.
middle of
Yeah.
England. And
Yeah,
it's
absolutely,
lovely.
yeah, in the north,
lovely.
yeah,
in the
yeah.
north of England. That's right.
yeah.
So anyway, so you found her
Uh-huh.
and you started, corresponding and.
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, obviously, Alaska at the time, she was not in a very good situation
No.
because of this. So a lot of what I do is about mindset. I've been in business for a long time. I've been in business
Yes.
for almost 14 years.
Doesn't look old enough, does it?
exactly, yeah. This is what everybody says.
Well, you don't. You don't.
I told him to grow a beard because I need him to look more man.
So we focus on the mindset. We focus on concentrating on what we do want as opposed to what we don't want.
Yes.
And then we focus the energy towards that, right?
Yeah, which is a good idea. That's the best way to do it. Do you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And
Yeah.
focus on where you've got the money and not where you have the money.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
there's no. It's funny you used to say that
Yeah.
because people used to go to foundations to raise money for charity. I had a foundation,
Mm-hmm.
so they should go to places and they had no money. So they said they got money coming in, and I said, why would you go to a place where there's no money? And whatever money comes in, they're going to
Yeah.
keep it. Believe me.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what makes you think so? Always go where the money is.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you learned that lesson fast.
Oh, I learned it in 24 hours, literally.
So anyway, so
So we got to work. Alaska at the time, she had to make $2,700 to pay off her rent arrears because of the company not paying her.
Yes.
So I said, look, let's get to work. I'm a go-getter. I never contemplate failure. I only ever contemplate success. And
I'm going to bring him on my team. You don't know what you're saying.
so we got to work, and we actually made within 21 hours we made $3,500. So she could pay her
So
rent.
that took care of your rent, and then you
Yeah.
had money left over to pay all the other
Exactly.
bills, electric and car and all that
Exactly.
crazy
See, you
stuff.
get it. Yes,
Oh, I get it
exactly.
because I have to pay all those bills myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm a single woman, and I have to take. I was married for 29 years.
And you know what I did?
What did you do?
I invested into more business.
Yes.
And
that's
he
the best
taught
way.
me more how to
Yes.
expand my business,
Yes.
and it increased my income. So the first week was $13,000. The next week was $15,000. So yeah, English
so-
man came in handy, huh?
Yeah, well, they do. They are quite
I root
handy.
for it.
And that's my producer. They're all like, sort of, an English man, though I'm a woman. But yeah, my producer actually came here with nothing, and I just liked how he conducted himself and how he was, and I said, come on board, and now he's my producer.
Oh.
True story.
Amazing.
And he
He
came
is
here
very
with nothing,
professional.
like you took hold of Alaska and
Yeah.
took. And I did the same with my producer,
Yeah.
and he's amazing. I mean, just amazing. So,
Yeah.
us English, we kind of, we help people though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the intention in the very beginning, is to
Yeah.
help someone. That's
Yeah.
really where it's at. It's not really to prosper ourselves,
No.
because I never knew that we could ever be a producer. No idea. But
Amazing.
so and I think that's what the world should be more of.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, I
More of
agree.
helping other people
Yeah.
to get that.
More help, more love.
To get that. Yes.
And I always say that success is always a byproduct of service.
Yes.
You of service to individuals first, then the success comes as a byproduct. But you have to know why you're in business,
Yeah.
know why you're doing something.
Why you're doing something, but
Yeah.
also to know who that person is, to
Yeah.
recognize who that person is. And it's funny you should say that, because
Yeah.
I've always said, well, just do it, the money will come.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If you just do it and just march forward with what you want and where you want to go, it'll all come.
Yeah.
If you have the right intention. I have a triangle. My triangle is what's really inside here that nobody knows. What you verbally put out there is going to be your destination over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's it. What's true in here, only you know. And then verbally you could say anything.
Absolutely.
Well, that's going to end up wherever you're going to be. So
Yeah.
be careful
I love
out there.
that.
Be careful, because this in here could be really,
It could be really foul.
well, it could be really messed up.
Yeah.
And that means it's going to
You
be messed
learn
up
in
out
time.
there. Yes.
But you can tell.
Yeah, but yes, you can actually tell, sincere people and who people are, and not only English people can do that, everybody can.
Yeah.
So anyway, so where are you now? So you got her out of the mess. Now are you independent from
He
him?
has totally repackaged me.
Totally. But you're also working together and have a
Yes.
company together.
That's right, yeah.
So what position did you see in her, in Alaska, that she could help you with?
So yeah, I mean, the whole relationship has been symbiotic. Obviously, it would have never happened in the first place.
No.
So I could see how I could help Alaska,
Yes.
and then I also saw how
Could help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course,
yeah.
but you can't be one-sided.
Yeah, this is it. So since then, we've created our digital marketing training academy called Team Hustle Mode, where Alaska is a co-director. So she's actually done all of this
Yes.
within 6 to 7 months.
So you know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, I do.
She does, yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, I've pulled no punches. I've really,
Drilled her.
absolutely, yeah.
That's
It's
typical
been-
the English
it's
way.
not been easy.
Believe me, because we are very quick to turn around and say, "Oh, don't be so stupid. You know how to do it," and we will say that, right?
Absolutely, yeah,
And
yeah.
we have no bones about it, because
There's
wake
no
up.
filters.
There's no no, we don't. No,
No,
we
this is-
probably should. We probably should have a
I have
filter.
learned.
So you've learned by experience.
have
But the English are really.
But you mean well.
Well, yeah, because we're to the point. We don't.
Absolutely,
We don't beat around the bush.
Yeah.
As they
I
say.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So you know where you stand.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. This
So is it just the two of you working in this company, or are you
it's-
employing more now?
At the moment, it's just the two of us. We have quite a large team, so we recruit people into our team.
So you don't have to
staff.
employ them,
Exactly.
and so you
Yeah.
pay them just for that particular piece of work that they bring in, or what you want.
Well, they're actually paying us.
Or they're paying you for
They're
what
paying
they
us.
want. So do I
Yeah.
have to pay?
Yeah.
He's English, so I'm going to get really friendly. But I think I'm going to go through Alaska.
So they're
I'm teasing.
everybody pays us. So the academy is actually attached to. We
Yes.
collaborate with various different affiliate companies. So one of the best ways to actually get by in digital marketing is not to establish a business from scratch. It's actually plug in to a business that's already been established and sell their products.
Yes.
And then our company is merely just another brand that we're providing an answer to one of the biggest problems which I see.
What people don't see.
Yeah.
Well, they don't
which is
know.
There's no training and no support in the online market at the moment because there's so much inertia. It's growing so quickly.
That's
that-
funny, guys. I was asking my
Yeah.
producer this morning.
Yeah.
I said, "Are we not plugged in to all these social media things
Yeah.
as of one?" He said, "No, they don't do
Yeah.
that." I said, "Well, they're going to start doing that."
Yeah.
Because if you're say Google, because that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
So, and I'll give you a plug, Google. Why not? You'd be good to me. And so you've got Google, and if you can get Google and you have everything there in Google, it can
Yeah.
plug into all these Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram, Pinecrest, all the names.
Yeah, absolutely.
And is that the direction we're going in?
I believe so. Yeah, everything's going to become more consolidated into one space, and people are doing more and more and more online nowadays. Everything
Oh,
that we
absolutely,
do.
everything.
And
I can
you-
tell you that because I have a
Yeah.
clothing line coming out,
Exactly.
and it's all
Absolutely.
online. It's all going to be online because
Yeah.
I listen to the stock market. Anybody wants to hear any news, go to the stock market channel. It'll tell you everything. And the retail stores are going out of business.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Macy's, Walmart's getting surpassed by Amazon. There's so much
Oh,
going
Amazon, yeah, their stock just went.
on. Yes.
So our people, and I think it's the younger generation that is turning this around
Yeah.
of buying, and instead of wasting their time going to stores and buying things, it's quicker for them to be at a stoplight and I'll go through this. I think I like.
Exactly. So it's all about accessibility. If you can use a mobile phone, to actually access the world from,
We don't have that.
then the world is becoming less and less physical. There's less need for physical products, and you can have everything instantaneously
That's right.
on this thing. And actually, I run 90% of my business on this.
So you actually walk around with your office.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
it. That's
This is
my
his office.
Yeah.
Understand all this. You know, we're giving you some great opportunities out there. What would you advise the younger generation? Well, I don't know if you advise them because they seem to be leading.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to get their own business and to be able
Yeah.
to, you know, feel, you know, they've got something. Because there's so many of them out there doing it.
Absolutely. Well, my advice would be, first and foremost, is to realise that we're living in an era now that information is so accessible to everyone.
Yes. Everyone.
Exactly, and because of that, it's making a lot of things like you know, traditional mainstream education kind of redundant.
Yes.
Especially if you want to go into marketing, you want to actually go into marketing as opposed to going through the back door for universities, etc.
And taking a lot
Yeah.
of time and
Yeah.
doing a lot of just use your office.
Yeah, because this is the here and now.
Yeah.
It's the here and now.
Funny stuff, because
Yeah.
what I'm doing right now, well, actually what Nick and I are doing, my producer Nick,
Yeah.
we're looking for sponsors and advertisers. So
Okay.
there's a door open for that.
Absolutely.
Guess what? I'm going to be really, really friendly with Alaska, and then I'll work my way to Charlie.
So I have a question.
Yes. Oh, good. She's now. Oh, okay. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, ask a question.
Exclusive.
Because I was wondering, you know,
Yeah.
you're from pretty much where Charlie is from.
Yes, we are.
Do you drink tea with milk in it?
Yes, I haven't had coffee here, but yes, of course I drink tea. Every morning I wake up and I have a cup of tea,
Yeah, me
and
too.
it has to have the milk in it.
Yeah.
You do the same thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
So do you have sugar in it?
I just have one sugar.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
have any.
Don't.
One of my nephews said, Ninon, you can't have any sugar in your
Yeah.
tea. You can't have sugar, period.
But you're sweet enough, right?
Oh,
see?
Charlie!
See how you got me?
I got using. He's wheeling me in now, or I'm wheeling him.
Here you
I
go.
don't know who's. What I do know, I know that maybe we can do some business together.
Absolutely,
That I
yeah.
do know, because I really want this show. Because Vegas Live with Ninon actually is a show. It's about Vegas, but it's not only about the industry, which is the music industry here. It's also about businesses here. We have a community here of
Yes,
businesses,
yes.
like you two have a business.
Need to be more connected out there.
I think so. So I bring a lot of people onto my show where I can promote their business. I'm promoting your business.
Yeah.
How can people reach you, Charlie, in Alaska?
All that they have to do is go into Facebook and type in Team Hustle Mode, and you will find
Team Hustle Mode.
and you will find the eagle logo. That's our logo because we're all flying like eagles, and you will find us instantly, and that's where we are. Okay, guys. So,
And how long does it... Go ahead. You want to say something?
I have a gift for you, but you go ahead.
Oh, you have a gift for me?
Yeah,
I love gifts. I love gifts. How long does it take, because everybody's in a hurry,
Yeah.
you know, we're on the internet, how long does it take for somebody to actually see their business move along at a faster speed when they engage you as
Yeah.
helping them with their media? Now, how long does that
Yeah.
roughly take?
I with the right attitude, I can.
Attitude's a big
Yeah,
thing.
it's massive.
hard.
With the right attitude, I can turn someone's business around within a couple of days.
You have to be coachable.
I'm that confident, and that means
That's
making
right.
that means make money in the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
That making
It turned
money
me
on
around
that.
in 24
21
hours.
hours.
21 hours,
hours.
actually.
So, how do you do that, Charlie?
Ah,
Don't tell me.
well,
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. But that is so. So if I turn around and say anybody that calls you or anybody gets in touch with Charlie, I can say a week. They'll see something different. I'm not going to say 2 days because I
Yeah.
don't want to put myself
it's
on the
different
spot.
for it's different for everyone.
Everybody. So let's say about a week that they'll start seeing their business creating.
Yeah.
They'll see more people coming in.
Yeah.
Because trying to get sponsors and advertisers
Uh-huh.
into what we want to do and how we want to grow the business, and it's not really to do with the money. It's
Yeah.
to do with having such a great show that we have
Yeah.
of promoting. Because this is not really a talk show. This is more like a sort of what would you
Social
call it?
show?
Social show. What would you
It
call it?
is.
It's like
It's like-
promotion. It's like a promotable show.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's also like just a group of friends sitting around. So,
Yeah, sitting around having a
chat.
little chit chat and sort
Yeah.
of, you know, finding out who they are, how we can help them. And my whole thing is, how can I help you?
Yeah,
We
I
just
think
did
that's
it.
Great.
Yeah.
We
I
just
think
did
that's
it.
great.
absolutely. You're
Yeah.
helping us right now.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
to get out there and to get more people. But I
Absolutely.
think, now when people, I'm not going to ask you how much you charge because I'm sure it's different for each person of,
Yeah.
of what they want. Because like out there anywhere, everything's a different price.
Uh-huh.
So it will be a different price for anybody and
Yeah.
also for what anybody can afford.
Yeah.
But do you get half the money up front?
Well, we get most of the money, yeah, at least half.
At least half up front.
Yeah.
I'm just warning you out there because people are a little bit tight on money, you know, and nothing's going to happen unless you pay for it. Believe me, nothing. So
And in some cases, we work with individuals.
Yeah.
We're not heartless. You know,
Heartless,
we
yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
We're
but
human too.
sometimes they need a little hand.
Yeah.
Okay. That's me.
You can actually start an online business for as little as $100.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice to know? See,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I actually help models make money as well.
You do?
Yeah.
And the models out here need that.
Yeah, they need it bad. I was struggling, you know.
And actually, in our clothing line, which is called Lazy Star, I just called up a good friend of mine, and I said I need models, and he said he'll get me some models. Now I'm going to go through you now to get the models.
Yes.
I will do that because I want male and female.
I have all of it.
Both of that. Absolutely.
I have all of it. If you have different sizes, I have different sizes.
I have
models.
different sizes, all different.
All kinds
There's
of
a whole different line, and I'd love
I
to
have
meet
my
you.
purse. I need to give her gift. Yeah.
Where? Oh, I'm going to get a
Yay,
gift.
yeah,
oh my
you
goodness
are.
gracious me!
So,
I love that.
We actually deal with the company, and I've been promoting it online. Charlie can give you a
So
little
now we're going to
background
promote
on
it. Oh yeah, give me a little. What is this?
It's a cosmetics company
Yes.
called New Skin, and
Oh, New Skin, yes.
yeah, absolutely. We're involved in that, and actually we've become kind of celebrities within the company because we smashed one of their company records within the first week.
Yes.
This company's been around for 30 years.
Yes, it has. Doesn't it come out of Australia?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it does come out of
It
Australia.
does.
Yeah, it does.
I know it does.
Yeah.
But there's a guy I know
Yeah.
in Los Angeles. This
Yeah.
is what surprises Nick, because every time anybody brings anything up, I seem to know about it or know somebody I know. I'm old enough to get there.
And
Wherever,
I
use your
model for a lot of companies,
Yes.
so we've got the experience of modeling and trying
promoting it
products
and
out
doing
for
it.
different
Yeah.
businesses. Yeah.
So we can help each other, because I know a lot
Absolutely.
of people too as well.
Yeah, yeah, this is it.
So
Absolutely.
how's New Skin going down here in Vegas?
It's going absolutely brilliantly. When I got involved in it, I just saw it as like any other network marketing company.
Yeah, another one
It was
come
just not-
along.
Yeah, we got involved. I spotted this, which is a whitening fluoride toothpaste. I've got a really good eye for products.
Is this mine?
That
That's
is
yours.
your gift.
I need
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Is
But
your
I'm going to
gift.
advertise it first because this is for the teeth. And let me tell you, I know a few people out there that really, 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 really do need
Could
this.
use it.
And I'm not going to say who you are.
It's great for
but
kids, pregnant individuals, pregnant women. You know, there's no peroxide in it, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's all
It's
good
very
stuff.
organic.
It's all
and
good
very
stuff, very
safe.
organic. It's fun. I've been looking for something
And
like
it
that.
works fast.
Yeah, and our upline within New Skin is actually one of the leading cosmetic dentists here in the US.
Oh, really?
It's called Alan Grodin. Yeah, yeah.
Alan Grodin.
Yeah.
That's right. And so New Skin is great. It's a really great company. We're actually flown to Utah by Alan Grodin.
Oh,
Because he
really?
believed in us that much. We said,
Okay.
we're not going to come to the event.
Well, maybe we could get
You know.
him to be a sponsor on this show, and
Absolutely.
then maybe we can promote what
Yeah.
he has with this
Yeah.
New Skin. Whitening for your teeth is the number one, believe me, when you're out
Definitely.
there. And Nick knows all about teeth because he's going through a big thing right now with him and his fiancée are going through a big thing regarding teeth and all this whole stuff.
Oh, really?
And I think it's become, and I definitely have to say that I think a lot of Englishmen should use this.
Yeah.
Big time, yeah.
Big time.
Tea
Because
drinkers,
well,
coffee
English
drinkers.
people do not look after their teeth, do they?
No, it's very characteristic. Yeah, to have bad teeth.
What did someone say to me once? They said, well, this was like Stonehenge. We all know what Stonehenge is.
Absolutely. Like a burnt fence.
And it's all wobbly and it's all like crooked and it's all sort of in.
I'm learning all of your
Well,
different
Well, we
ways
have
of
definitely
speaking.
different. We have definitely different ways, but we're very definite and very honest, aren't we, Charlie?
I love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're to the point. We don't mess
Yeah.
around.
No.
And they look at it and say, "Well, you're so to the point." I said, "Well, what do you want to do? Mess around? We've got to be polite and nice to get to what we want to get to."
Absolutely.
We
yeah,
don't
this
do
is
that.
it. You get there much quicker.
So, how long have you been in the States?
I've been coming to the States now for the last going on 7 months now.
Oh, really?
This is my fourth
you're
time.
new.
This is my fourth time out to Vegas, but I'm here every 3 weeks.
Okay, so
Like
where do you live?
clockwork. Sorry,
Where do you live?
I live in between here and Leeds.
And Leeds.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're flying back and forth.
Back
all
and
the
forth,
time.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness. So what do? He sees you here.
I wait anxiously. No, when he leaves, there's no change. It's all work.
I was going to say you continue your
we
work.
have to,
and
yeah.
You've got to do
we
that to
train
get to
people
where you wanna
daily.
get to.
We're coaching people daily. We have
Yeah.
a nice, lovely team. I'm so happy with the members that we have in Team Hustle Mode. It's like a family.
Like a
It
family
is.
unit.
Everybody's so positive. There's nothing like positive
Well,
individuals.
I think the technology and the techniques this day and age is definitely where it's all at. On that, we've gone a little longer than we normally go on interview, but excuse it because it's been really cool, and I just can't stop. I could go on for another hour. I used to interview just one couple for a whole hour, and everybody used to say, "How could you interview for a whole hour and keep the thing going?"
It's fun.
It's because I have a loud mouth. That's why.
Can I just finish by also saying as
Yes.
well that we don't just work together, we've actually become a little bit of a power couple.
I know that. I
So
wanted to say that, but
can-
I'll let you
can
say
sense
that.
the dynamic, right?
Yes, yes.
So-
Well, I can say it's when she said when you disappear into Leeds,
Yeah.
she gets a little upset. So yes. Well, maybe you'll just come out here and just live here.
Maybe so, or vice versa.
Yeah, I'll go out there.
She's saying no, don't do it. And this is what I'm trying to tell her.
No, okay. You go out there. I'll tell you what. 6 months there, 6 months here.
Yeah, that sounds
How,
Fair
how
enough.
about that?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Doesn't that look good?
See,
Yeah,
she solved
so-
the problem that quick.
Yeah, I can solve the problem. So a couple of months there, but you can always be together because when he goes, you go, and then you come back a couple of months or a month
Yeah.
later, and it might cost a little bit more, but is it not worth it?
It's so worth it.
It's always worth it.
Absolutely.
They've been absolutely amazing. Technology is definitely here to stay, and all I can say about technology is going up and up and up the ladder, and everything is becoming on the internet. It's all
It is.
buying on the
It is.
internet,
Even
selling on the
romance.
internet. Everything's the internet. We're just becoming a bunch of robots. And I believe robots are even coming out to take over other jobs. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon. They will never become a robot.